What's going on, guys? MK Tom Brady here. In this video, I want to talk about the proper way to punish Jackie for doing any version of her shrapnels. So, it's hard enough of a read to know how many shrapnels she's going to do once she goes into her string into a leap. It's even worse where if you make the right read, you don't get the proper punish or no punish at all. So obviously, once you make the right read, you want to be able to get the maximum damage possible. So this video is going to help with that. So for one, Jackie has two versions of her shrapnel. She has her amplified and non-amplified versions. So here she does a string into amplify, which you can, jab right out of the air, because she pops up, comes down with an attack. So you can jab her or down jab her. A lot of people down jab right of the air here. Problem is, she does a non-amplify, and you go to jab or down jab. You just get a standing attack. You don't float her. You don't put her in a juggle state. And if she does a regular shrapnel high enough in the air, you can still down jab right of the air. But she can vary the height. So what if she doesn't do a regular shrapnel high enough in the air? What if she does it lower? She can manipulate these heights. You obviously don't want to make a read and then you get that. And then you get nothing. Or you go to do a read and you get a standing jab and then you get nothing. So a couple things you have to realize. For one, when she does let's start with amplified shrapnel. You want to make sure that whatever you do is actually going to hit her while she's airborne. So, for example, if I'm sub-zero here, and I do 1-2, it misses. If I do 2-1 into this, that looks good, right? If I do it too early, it misses. Too late, it misses. Also, the type of jump normal she does can mess up your timing. So, it hits there. Now it misses. I do it late, and it misses again, or the kick might actually just hit me in the face. So if I wait late, then the kick hits me. So she can do any one of her jump normals out of it. So step one, make sure no matter what you're doing actually hits her in the air. You don't want to do any type of a string or something that requires certain heights. And you want to make sure that no matter what you do, hits her out of no matter what jump normal she does. So step one, make sure no matter what you do, it just has to hit her, period. No timing, just make contact. And two, make sure it hits all the jump normals. Land, 2, 1, and 3 or 4. Okay, now, step three is make sure it works on both amplify and non-amplify. So let me show you here. So here, if I do standing jab into an ice ball, she blocks it. But we just established I can't do 1-2 because it whiffs. We also established I can't do 2-1 because it also whiffs. So as a sub-zero player, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do standing 2. She does amplify, I get the punish. She does non-amplify, I get the punish. No matter what happens here, no matter what jump normal she does, no matter amplify or non-amplify, there is no mix-up. I read a shrapnel of any type, and I get a full combo. So with your character, here's what you want to do. One, make sure no matter what you do, has to hit her. No matter what you do that hits her regardless. So it doesn't matter because she can change the height. She can do shrapnels low to the ground, higher to the ground, which will then change the height of the fall down, which can change the timing of your punish. So if it's something that could require multiple hits, this timing is going to be thrown off by the range of the height of the shrapnel itself, which is going to affect the height of the dropping down. So you want to make sure no matter what you do, all it has to do is make contact, and the rest is guaranteed. This way it doesn't require any type of specific timing. You also want to make sure that no matter what you do, hits no matter what a landing move she does. 1, 2 or 3 or 4, no matter what. So hits her without any specific timing and hits her out of any landing attack. So this will hit her for sub-zero. It'll hit her here and it'll hit her here. So once I make the read of a shrapnel, this completely eliminates which one she's going to do. Now, why is this important? This is important because based on how many bars of resources she has, Jackie players can be very sneaky. In other words, right now, Jackie has 2 bars of meter. So I read a double shrapnel. But is she going to hold on to the second amplified bar and do a shrapnel into a non-amplified shrapnel? So here's a good example of that. So here, now if I thought double shrapnel was coming, amplify, and I try to down one or jab her out of the air, I get nothing. Literally nothing. But if I read double shrapnel, doesn't matter which one she does, amplify or non-amplify. Now obviously, if she has 1 bar of offensive meter and she does 2 shrapnels, it must be a grounded shrapnel. So again, let's go over these two, let's go over 2 examples here. Okay, notice here how negative that shrapnel is. So if she only has if she only has 1 offensive bar, I know that if I read double shrapnel, it's a full grounded punish. So if I read double shrapnel, I don't have to do that. I can do this. I can do this. I can do whatever I want to do. Whatever punish I want, basically. And this is all grounded damage. So I get, instead of whatever combo, I get the biggest possible combo I can get. So you have to look at her resources. If she has only 1 offensive bar and you read 2 shrapnels, it's a full grounded punish. If she has both offensive bars and you get triple shrapnel, it must be non-amplify because you don't have 3 bars. So basically, you want to make sure that you get the right punishes. You don't want to be mixed up by amplify or non-amplify, which is why you want to have a punish that punishes both. For the times when it's ambiguous, she has both offensive bars, you read 2 amplifieds, but you don't know if the second one's going to be amplify, non-amplify, etc. You get the same punish either way. But you can also help yourself by looking at her resources. So if she has full resources, you know if you read 3 shrapnels, third one is going to leave her grounded. You get a full grounded punish. You won't be able to break away. If she has 1 offensive bar and you read 2 shrapnels, second one must be non-amplify. Again, full grounded punish. The reason why I literally repeated myself 10 times is because it can be quite confusing. Because there's a lot of, you get this and then you get that and you can read this. So watch this video multiple times if you need to. But overall, this is the best way to punish her. Jackie players get away with a lot of not punishing her properly. And that's not the fault of the Jackie player because it is not the Jackie player's place to lab for you. It is not their job to do your labbing. It is not their job to figure out how to punish her properly. That is your job to stop her from what she's doing. This will certainly help in the matchup. Punishing Jackie properly, punishing upgraded Jackie properly goes a long way in this matchup, and it can help you to make reads. If the Jackie player sees that you're punishing everything properly, she becomes more hesitant to try a lot of her trickery because now she sees risk when previously, if you're not punishing her properly until the fullest extent, it's hard to make a read because to her, she doesn't see any risk. So she'll do whatever she wants, and it's tough to make that read because to her, there is no perceived risk. So you say, wow, she did it again, or she did this again. That's because you're not dealing with it properly So the Jackie player doesn't really see, any deterrent. There's no real mind game you can establish simply because you're not dealing with it properly. Anyway, I hope this video helps. I'll be putting out a ton more content on fighting Jackie going forward. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned for more content.